push deadlines, maybe even miss them, trying to get something done just a little bit better.
Well, a new study shows if you miss a deadline, your work may be judged more harshly.
So better just have it be not as good and just hand it in on time.
Get it in on time. Probably. I mean, anyone that's gone to school, and we've all gone to school, you know this. If you slide something into a teacher late, they're like pretty firm about it.
Yeah.
So they actually found that work completed late was viewed as lower quality. And so what they did was this was sort of like a psychological review. So they surveyed managers, executives, HR, and they told them, rate these pieces of work. And once you rate them, then we'll tell you if it was early, on deadline, or if it was late. Okay?
Like that.
And
I like that.
And so when they found over and over, when they did this with thousands of people, that the stuff that was coming in late, they just thought it just wasn't as good. In fact, they found it to be equivalent to not meeting a word count. So if they expect you to have a 5-page paper, this was the equivalent to turning in a 3-page paper.
Whoa.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, when you're writing at the last minute, people are not as concerned about the research in the same way. They're just, oh my gosh, I've got to have this many pages or this many words. I remember in college, that's how, when people would be at the last minute trying to make a deadline for a paper being due. So I'm always worried about that kind of stuff.
That was definitely my approach. But in theory, if you have more time, it should be better because you have more time to work on it.
Really?
In theory, you should do it that way. If you do it the other way, where you're cramming things last second, then not. So
or maybe you should plan in advance, and then you will have the right amount of time. Maybe.
You'll never have more than the person that spent extra time on it.
Right. So what these folks found in their surveys, is they thought that the employee who handed stuff in late had less integrity. It's kind of harsh. That they would be less willing to work with that employee or assign that employee something in the future because they handed in their work late. But if you're thinking, okay, well, I'll just start handing all my stuff in early so I'll get an even better boost, that doesn't work. Doesn't matter.
What do the numbers say?
Yeah.
So did everyone prejudge the late ones to be bad, and then and then
the ones that were on time or the ones that were early were the same. It didn't matter if you turned your stuff in early. Yeah. And the idea was that they felt as though this idea of planning fallacy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of what this is before, but it's your inability to plan realistically. So I think a lot of times you'll see this with procrastinators is you'll think, oh, it's only going to take me, 30 minutes to get this done, or it's only going to take me 45 minutes to get to this place. It's the idea that you just aren't really great at sort of planning ahead and calculating how long it's going to take you. And if you have that, that's not great, not a great thing to have.
That's probably not good at all.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.